Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome, or welcome back. Um, I'm still more fond of the welcome back part. How is everybody doing in the last 24 hours, or just in general? I hope we're doing all right. Some part of me is loving the dynamic where I sometimes sit in the middle of the screen and sometimes I sit on the outside. Um, I mean, need we talk about our day more? I certainly had a lucky moment. I was walking back last night from being gluttonous because it takes so much nerves still for me to do brave things that I mentioned I would perhaps do last video. And I saw a crumpled up, it was more like a folded up. How am I going to put this? Note of fucking $10 bill. Um, and sheesh, I mean, that's supposed to be a big deal, right? I guess that'll happen more often if you're living in the city than out in the country, maybe. And I thought, oh man, I'm probably gonna have to say this later, and and so I thought about it, and I realized, you know what? I've probably dropped that amount of money in my time. Not to mention maybe tens more than that. Okay, where was I going? If you want, and gosh, I'd rather just change the subject than try and make a segue out of this. But I came up with a genius, what I think is a genius invention. I'm not sure. How stupid would Apple be if they didn't? I'm thinking with this front-facing camera that I use on this particular shot. If you put a camera on the other, there's nothing fun about staring at a camera and talking, guys. I know I've probably already talked about this way back in the heyday, but if you put another camera on the other side of the screen, I could just look at myself. I'm not saying that's the best. Ideally, you put a little dog up and you talk to your animated AI dog or something. But I would think that you could do some sort of cross imaging software thing, and it would look like you're looking directly at the. Okay. Anyway, what else? Oh, we have something to talk about today. I just found out. I don't know. This is certainly a controversial topic, but and when you don't get into any when you don't segue into it, it sounds like you're just picking fights. Okay, so I was watching a show that's kind of new, and I'm kind of wondering, how long am I going to be hanging around? I'd like to share it with you if you want. It's gosh, I mean, running out of time here. I love picking controversial subjects right before we have to go. It's called Rick and Esther Have a Time. I hate to just but it's a newer show. We already said that. So the young lady on that show, this YouTube show, said that first of all, I might say I like her and I like the other guy, Rick, and they have a fun dynamic, dynamic that reminds us of, probably dynamics that friendships or relationships or whatever that we had in our past. Anyway, she brought up gosh, guys, it's very conveniently for me, but unconvenient, inconvenient for my viewers to already have to go. But anyway, she said Amy Schumer's husband was diagnosed with autism. This is the latest episode. I mean, we could just leave it there. But I want to make sure you guys are doing all right before we go. Okay. TikTok, TikTok. Uh, I looked it up right before I started recording here. And apparently he was diagnosed after the marriage. Interesting. I'm about a year late. This is April of last year. I'm more than a year late to this news. But who knew? I guess that gives you sort of a gauge on how much I'm really paying attention to some of these things. Interesting, interesting. And I know both parties, both the comedy, how do you say, scene was sort of divided at the time. So I don't know why, but I still believe this might be a something fun to bring up, I guess. I don't know. Do I have any commentary? I'll see you guys tomorrow. It was great. It was fun having us here. And, hopefully this one wasn't terribly boring. I love you if you love me. And have a nice day. I will be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Okay. Cheerios, guys. Have a good one. Oh, have a great next few days.